Alrighty, I believe I am live. Let me hop on over to let's do some Poke Beach. Alright, let's change the window. Brave. Alright, we got some Poke Beach up. Okay. Oh shoot, there's a Blaziken jumbo card coming? That's kind of cool. Kind of like the Blooming Waters. I'm gonna have to pick me up one of those. That's really cool. Alright, let's just make sure that we are rolling. Yep, we are live. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes for people to pile in. I'm gonna start organizing my deck a little bit because I am planning on taking this to locals. Yeah, so the new Mega set, I think it's called, what is it called? Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia. So that has been revealed. So I'm going to take a look at that live. I'm going to react to that. All right, let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Let's just leave it on this so you can see it. Oh, is that full art item cards that I see? That's kind of nice. Okay, let me pull up Pokemon TCG Live so I can just compare my deck with what I've got there. Oops, that was not supposed to go over what I was watching. Let me see. There we go. Alright, we'll switch that back in a second. Full art Rare Candy and Night Stretcher. I like it. I like it. It looks nice. We can get into that in a minute here. Just waiting for a couple more people to pile in. I'm also like halfway in between this and building my Uxie deck for locals. Okay. Oh, we can do that together too. All right. Let's take a look, shall we? We got some new SIRs coming as well. We got, oh, I love that Bulbasaur card. I'm gonna need to get me one of them. Excellent Vulpix. We got Inteleon too. I need this one. I'm gonna get this one. I like it a lot. So let's see. We got a new Venusaur line with the Mega Venusaur EX as the final. But I will focus a little bit on the basics and stage ones because these are kind of important as well to the setup of to deciding whether an EX is good. But these, oh, this has a retreat lock. That's actually kind of good. This is actually not bad. The Ivysaur is a little bit mid, so this is rare candyable. As many times as you like during your turn, you may move a basic grass energy from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. That's actually really similar to the original Venusaur. That's actually kind of cool. I like this a lot. I would like to see this. Let's see, what could this work in? I would think I would think Yanmega actually really works well with this because it gets energy on the board, and then from there, Venusaur can just move it around. This is solid. 380. That is huge. 380 is huge. 240 HP or 240 damage, and then heal 30 from this Pokemon, and that's really really beefy. Wow. All right. Yeah, I think this in paired being paired with what's it called? Yanmega actually kind of cracks it. That's cool. I like it. We got Vulpix. Um, Nothing interesting about the Vulpix card. But we got Ninetales. Suspicious Shapeshifting. Discard the top card of your deck. If that card is a supporter, use its effect as the effect of this attack. Okay. I don't see a world where I would rather do that than attack. Unless no, I couldn't tell you. All right, Sobble. What we got? Attack, surprise attack, 30 damage. Flip a coin if Tails' attack does nothing. Could be decent against Budu or like baby Pokemon if we get more of those. Double stab, 30 damage. Flip 2 coins, 30 damage for each heads. Okay. Bring down the Pokemon in play that has at least the Pokemon in play that has at least HP remaining, except for this Pokemon, is knocked out. If there are multiple Pokemon, choose one. Interesting. That's an interesting mechanic. This is a decent cook-off contender. I like it. I kind of like it. 110 damage, discard energy from this Pokemon. Okay. Tingly Incisors for Pachirisu, 10 damage during your opponent's next turn. Whether your opponent attaches energy from their hand to the defending Pokemon, put 8 damage counters on that Pokemon. Ooh, energy control. I like this a lot, actually. That's really good. I love me a good energy control card. All right, that's dope. Oh, we're getting new routes, new Curlia. Let's see. Are these ones better than the ones we have? 70 HP, already perfect. Collect, draw a card, headbutt, 10 damage. Yeah, that's solid. I would compare that to the one we have now. And what does the one we have now do? Let me see. I don't even know what set it's from. Ralts. I'm just gonna do Ralts TCG. That's really all I know. Um, it's this one, right? No, not this one. This one, Psyshot 30. I think that is better than the one we have right now. Yeah, that's solid. Getting the right card to yeah. I can see it being very like specifically good against like a Tatsugiri build or something else that just puts stage twos into play. That's it's not terrible, but you know. All right, Curlia. What's this Curlia got? 100 HP. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon, reveal them and put them to your hand, and shuffle your deck. And then Side Shot for 30. That's fine. I do believe that both of these they might be better than what we have. I would probably use the routes over the one we have. Curlia, the extra 10 HP is not bad. It survives things like Enstar Manitan. Not bad, not bad. I get Gardevoir EX. I don't remember. Let's see. Each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a basic energy attached to that Pokemon. Yeah, I remember this one. This one's good. Mega Symphonia. This attack does 50 damage for each psychic energy attached to all of your Pokemon. 50 damage. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I think this is good. This is a very good card. 360 HP. That's a lot. Ooh, Makuhita and Hariyama. Let's see. Corkscrew Punch for 30 damage. Confront 30 damage. That doesn't sound right. Oh, it's 10. Corkscrew Punch is 10. They just printed it wrong. Okay. Hariyama 150 evolves from Makuhita's Sumo Catcher. Once during your turn, when you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. Okay, so it's a boss. And 210 damage to 70 to itself. Okay. All right. We already have cards like this in format. I think the The Weavile already does this. All right, we got a new Riolu for 80 HP. Interesting. That's a lot of HP for what is usually considered a baby Pokemon. This Pokemon can't use Accelerating Stab. Okay. Mega Lucario EX. Attach up to 3 basic fighting energy cards from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Mega Brave. That's not... I mean, this is fine. The Gardevoir is clearly better. I think the Venusaur is also better. And 340 HP is still in line with what most of our Stage 2s have. This is okay. I think this is balanced. This is just fine. For a 3-prizer, though, 340 HP is a little bit low. It's a little bit low. Especially considering it's weak to Psychic, where Guardy can just one-shot it. Yeah, this is not a card I would use, I don't think. Attach 3 basic fighting energy from your discard to your bench Pokemon. Then again, I said the same thing about Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and that was my favorite deck. Mega Latias EX. Alright, 40 damage. You may switch with this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, that's cool. Mirage Pulse, 300 damage. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. Okay. Let's see. Let me think. 280 HP on a 3 prize. That's okay. That's about... I mean, I'm thinking about Mewtwo EX, or Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Also has 280. But I like the idea of a colorless hit and runner. I think it's not bad. I think it's okay. Like this would work well in something like Poison Package or something like that, where you can just hit and run and retreat it. 280 HP is beefy enough. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't think it needs to be buffed or anything like that. 280 HP is a 3-prizer, and you have to boss it up to kill it. We got regular Latios. Luster Assist. During your turn, when your Mega Latias EX moves from the bench to the active, you may move any number of energy from your bench Pokemon to that active Pokemon. Okay, that makes it a lot better. It makes it a lot better. Because now, that other attack for 300 damage is suddenly a lot easier to pull off. Okay, yeah, this is good. This is really good. Oh, we got the Gatorade. The Premium Power Pro. This is the fighting one, right? Yeah, during your turn, attacks used by your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, people have been talking about this in something like Garchomp. That would really help Garchomp. Because this is an item. This is not a tool. It's an item that you play to make your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage. I believe this is what you were talking about. Where am I at? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so that makes this 300. That makes this 160. I think I would still rather have this in Garchomp. Because Garchomp already, you know, with his tool, already has more HP and does similar things, right? It does 100 at its base for you know, refill up to 6, and its second attack does 260, I believe. Yeah, I would still rather use Garchomp than this. For those Lucario lovers, I think would still use it, but I don't know. I like this. This is cool. Mega Signal. You search your deck for one Mega Evolution Pokemon, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. All right, so so the Guardy matchup is going to change a little bit. Hey, Wally, good to see you. Wally's Compassion. Heal all damage from one of your Mega Evolution Pokemon EX. If you do, put all energy attached to that Pokemon back into your hand. You may only play one supported card during your turn. Okay. Let's see. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 6 cards. This is Lily's Determination. If you have 6 prize cards remaining, draw 8 cards instead. Okay, so this is nice for the early game. This is actually pretty nice anytime. You may play only one support card to your turn. Yeah, so this is probably better for a deck that likes a research type of supporter without just discarding everything. I think my Uxie deck would like this because I stay at 6 prizes for like half the game. So I definitely would like to have a card like that. New Stadium, Mystery Garden. Once during each player's turn, the player may discard 1 energy from their hand. If they do, that player draws cards until they have as many cards in hand as they have Pokemon in play. I like it. You may play only 1 Stadium card during your turn. Yeah, that's actually not bad. It's like Cycling Road, but better. I kind of like this. Yeah, this makes Cycling Road pretty much useless in my opinion. We last saw the Mega Evolution mechanic in 2016. Not using pre-evolutions, they were fully evolved basic Pokemon. And Blastoise EX evolved into Mega Blastoise EX without Squirtle or Wartortle involved. Okay. Okay, that's what I was wondering too. Is if they have to evolve from their non-Mega form, but it looks like they don't have to. So like Mega Latias doesn't have to come, or Mega Latios. Sorry. Oh, it's Latias. Are we sure? I guess it is. Yeah. This is Latias. Um, yeah, so it doesn't have to evolve from anything. It just can be played like that, which I like. It's pretty good. There will also be a Pokemon Center Mega set for each set. It'll come with 2 booster boxes of the set, a deck box featuring Mega Lucario or Gardevoir. Okay, cool. They're splitting it. Pokemon Trainer, Premium Trainer Box Mega will release inside. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is a trainer box. That's cool. Oh shoot. Mega Gengar EX and Diancie EX confirmed. We are getting a new Mega Charizard. Okay, that's not bad. It's a pretty small reveal so far, but a lot of pretty usable stuff. I'm not really interested in the Hariyama because we already have something like that. Uh, Inteleon, very situational, but it could be fun for a cook-off. Ninetales, I feel like it's kind of. Venusaur, I like. I like that it has like really similar stuff to like the original Venusaur. Big fan of that. Mega Gardevoir is going to be a menace. People already love that Pokemon. All right, well, I got my shorts content for the week then. It's going to be fun. All right. So next thing I'm going to shift over to is just going to be building my Uxie deck for locals. I will be right back though. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I am going to be taking a version of Uxie to my locals. It's going to be a modified list from last time, where I just switched the A spec over to Secret Box and I made a couple changes to make it more like how I built Marnie. So it's very similar. It runs a very similar setup. I did change up a couple things to make it, fit better into how Uxie plays. But for the most part, it's a very similar build. So we do have a counter gain in there, so we can make Mimikyu work. Um, One noticeable weakness that I think this deck has is that it doesn't have any very heavy hitters. I think my heaviest hitter in here is Lily's Clefairy or Mimikyu against specifically Dragapult. Um, but otherwise the whole goal here is just to play it low and slow. I'll show you. I'll show you. Let's not do casual. Let's do ranked. We are in Arceus League. Just ate a whole bottle of ketchup. He's got Team Rocket stuff on there, so I'm thinking what, T-Tar? I cut the Azelf. It was my heavy hitter, but I found that I really was not using it. Like it's it's good in maybe a matchup where there's a stage 2 with no ability that I can't Devo. 9 times out of 10, like when I can Devo, I just go for that play instead. I really have not needed the Azelf. I'm like that's the one that I'm gonna put back in, like if I find that I really need to. But I just really haven't needed to. Cynthia's Garchomp. Okay. This is gonna be a little bit of a tricky matchup. Um I think I just put that there and that's it. This may be one where I would have needed to. Hopefully he sets up his board enough to where I can start Uxie swinging. Spiritomb can hit me really hard, which is gonna suck. He doesn't have any bench sniping though, so that's actually pretty good for me. All right. I'm thinking an Evo might be a play here. Okay. I think what I do. All right, Uxie as a top deck is pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and I think I want to nest ball actually. Secret box. We don't have an Evo. That sucks. Okay. Well then. I say we take the counter gain. No, not necessarily. We could take the other Devo. No, but I want both of them. Dang, this is rough. Okay, take the bucks. Take the counter gain. Gonna secret box away this. Uh, this. We'll keep the other Devo for later. Get Artisan. Get the Charm. We have a switch already. We can take the Nest Ball. I think I want to research for next turn also. No, maybe just a Buddy Buddy is fine. Yeah, because my original play was going to be grab Maractus and trap something in the active. Which actually might still be the play. That might still be the play. I think we do take Maractus. We trap this Gibble in the active. Hope he doesn't have a candy. Let's do that. Grab Maractus. We can use the Artisan to grab us the Snorunt. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. We'll switch you up to the front. Give you that, and then a little corner. And if you can't move it, that Gibble's dead next turn. Of course, if he does have a candy, this is going to be a bit rough. We don't have a problem playing Artisan here because we like them having a fuller bench so that Uxie can get more value out of its attack. All right, so we got us the Monkey Dory ping pong match. Is he stuck? Is he stuck? Do we have it? All right, we got something. He could have sent this one to a Gabite, which would prevent me from knocking it out this turn. And he does do that. Okay. He does grab himself another Roselia, so he wants to be able to hit a little bit harder. But that's more abilities in play, so we don't have a problem with that either. Alright, he's got his first Garchomp up. Cool, cool, cool. He's going to push a little bit of that damage off. Probably going to give it to my Snorunt, hoping that I don't have one next turn, but I do. Alright, fair enough. 70 HP. Or 70 damage on my active. Alright, we'll do this. Gonna stick the Luminous on here. Gonna research. Alright, we got a buddy. What do we actually want right now? Let's Artisan. Let's see what we can pull. I'm thinking probably just a second Monkey Dory might be the way to go. Yeah, we have another Uxie. We can just start loading some stuff up. And then I think just another Snorunt. Do 30 damage. Yeah, why don't we just start hitting the Gabite out? 40 more right there. If he doesn't have... Well, he doesn't have a Garchomp he can evolve into next turn. So, he will be able to knock out my Maractus in between with the Monkey Dory. That kind of sucks. But we're still in decent shape. Yeah, he's going to want to move 30 off his guy to that. So that dies without the exploding needles. Feels a little bit bad. I think I'm okay with losing this guy because I don't have a way to evolve it this turn. But that is okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is fine. I don't really need any of that. Okay. We have another dark energy we can use. Yep, understandable. Okay. Yeah, the part I don't love about that is that now we had an Ultra Ball for the other. Okay, well, let's see. I think I do want to get me my next Uxie. And then I do want to start another Snorunt. So let's go ahead and grab that back. We'll get you. And then let's give you the dark energy because you're the only one that can really use it. So let's just start moving some damage, shall we? Now, as of yet, I have not seen any power weights. So we still just need to get that Garchomp to 100 and we're good. As of right now, I am completely satisfied with what our board state looks like, so we'll just go ahead and Painful Memories for 20. All right. So that Monkey Dory basically has no choice now. He's got to move damage off of it if he wants to keep it alive. And the ping pong begins. Interesting. He goes for a second energy attachment on the active, but I don't really have anything that would warrant the use of that. Yeah, Corkscrew Dive is really the only thing you got. Fair enough. All right. We'll move on with that. All right, so we draw a Psychic. I think I do want to keep the Luminous for later. Let me look at Artisan, see if I can any. Yeah, I guess why don't we just go with the third Monkey Dory? I don't see a reason not to. All right. If I promote these two and then Painful Memories, this thing dies anyway. There's no need for me to be putting any more damage on that monkey. So I think all I really need to do is just get the other. I'll get the other guy up to 100 so we can set up a Devo play for later. All right, let's do it. Let's get rid of these two. Get our Frostlass. Was that a misplay? Should I have done the Earthen Vessel first? Probably. I don't know. I don't know. You act like I'm a good player or something. There we go. Okay. Monkey dice. And everything else is on the clock. What's up, Ben? Welcome. Ah, man. The Frostlass shows up now. Okay. So we're going to have a bit of an interesting decision here next turn. My rescue board is in my prizes. That Roserade is not long for this world either. That's going to go down in a minute here. Boss takes my monkey. Okay, well, at least the Uxie stays alive, so I'm okay with that. This is fine, actually. This is probably the best case scenario for us. Because the Uxie still gets to kick around for a bit. Okay, so we promote this back to the active. Roserade's about to go down. We have a counter catcher too. We could, in theory, trap something. It would literally just be the Roselia. What can we do? What can we do? Probably just get our next Uxie going. Let's give you that. I would like to be able to attack with this Monkey Dory if I needed to, because next turn if we lose this Uxie, which we probably will, we're kind of dead drawing for a little bit. Honestly, there's no reason to do it just because this monkey, like Confusion's not gonna really hurt Garchomp that much. But I think what I do instead, I try to get something out of my prizes. That might be the way to go. Really could use that Devo right now. I know it's in there. All right, Arvin gets it. Arvin gets it. We don't do it this turn though. We don't do it this turn. We hold one more turn. But we have it. We have game in hand. We just need to survive. Another Arvin. There are my Arvins, finally. As far as I can tell, this board state, he does not have something that can knock me out right now. Or that can knock out 2 prizes. So we, unless we get like a really bad Iono, we win. Which I don't see a world where he Ionos himself out of 10 cards. What's the play? What's the play? Unfair stamp. There you go. He does actually Iono himself out of all those cards. And we get a boss. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I have a play now. It's all going to depend on this top deck. Crispin, I believe, lets me attack. Not that it really matters, though. I think we lose. That unfair stamp lost it for us. Yeah. We were close. Really interesting. I haven't ever run into a Cynthia build that doesn't use the power weights. I didn't see a single power weight in here. I guess 330 is plenty. GG. All he does is retreat and he wins. Dang. What a crazy man. Retreating, or unfair stamping yourself out of 10 cards. That was the play. That was the play. I had Arvin, I had game. Okay. But we did, I think we did fairly well against this build. Yeah, discarding the second Devo might have been the misplay that I made, but um, I think I played it just about as well as I could have. Um, do I want a Zelf back? Is the question. But I can't think of anything that I would cut for the Azelf, though. The three stretchers sometimes feels like a bit much, but in many cases it's necessary to get my Uxies back because I want to keep chaining them. Yeah, that was just too bad. I don't think there's anything else I could have done there. Like it was just he had the card he needed to win, right? That just happens sometimes, you know. I would have loved to have the rescue board in that game. The Brock scouting, the Brock scouting is somewhat cuttable. I usually use it to get double monkeys out, or I use it to get my Frostlass out. Um, so it's not mega useful, and of course there's another ambulance driving by at this convenient moment. There's really nothing that I want to cut for Azelf because basically everything that I need handled can be handled by Mimikyu. Like, for example, against Charizard, it hits pretty hard. Against Dragapult, it hits really hard because of Lily's Clefairy. It does 400 to the Dragapult. Um, does decently well against Teal Mask Ogerpon. Does well against whatever I need it to. So I like that. I don't feel like this deck really needs a super hard hitter because a lot of times a Zelf ends up hitting for like 600 damage, and I really don't need 600 damage. If we could get a good psychic hitter that hits for one energy or something, that might be what I want. But I don't know of any basic psychic hitters that can do that. I think we're good. I think let's just take it to the next match. Yeah, you missed it, Ben. We just looked over the new megas. There's a couple of decent ones that are coming. Yeah, the Mimikyu is nice. It's a good tech card against a lot of matchups. Um, the only problem that I have is that it's a 60 HP, and if you don't get it in, or if you don't get it ready to go on the turn that you play it down, Dragapult just kills it. That's why I have the counter gain, and that's why I have the Crispins in here so that I can quick charge it if I needed to. I also like it as a free retreater. Overall, very good card. Yeah, the megas are cool. I like the Latias. I'm excited for what that has to offer. All right. Okay, we start Uxie. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Not a whole lot here. I think I need a good top deck. A mulligan is good. Two mulligans is good. Three mulligans is great. Four mulligans is even better. All right, we're going up against Mamoswine. Okay, so Devo is 100% going to be the play here. Perfect. All right, those are the four cards we needed. Not necessarily the Clefairy, but the Buddy Buddy and the Nest Ball are pretty clutch right now. It's a concede. As soon as he saw that as soon as he saw the Uxie, he's like, oh.
right. Back into it then. All right, let's put the double monkeys. Got dragon sleeves. We may need this Clefairy. It is Dragabolt. Okay. Puts the first Luminous on the Dreepy. All right. Our opening hand is not fantastic. I think I put the Psychic on that. I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm gonna hold. Okay. If I had a way of bossing up the Dracloak, that would be wonderful right about now. I kind of needed that. I didn't want to show it until I needed to. We have any big plans coming up? I know that I'm meeting up with Ginge pretty soon. As soon as the new season starts, essentially. We're gonna hit up some locals. We're gonna try to earn up some early championship points because we are going for worlds. So he doesn't live all that far away from me. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get double. We're not gonna get double Snorunt. We're gonna pretend like we're gonna get double Snorunt. I would love the Mimikyu right now. Are you kidding me? I prized 2 of my Snowrunts. All right, let's just do this then. I think I go Arvin. A lot of this is useless to me. Yeah, some of this is not helpful right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that and something that I can discard. I kind of want the counter gain though. Let's take the board. Let's take the board. Actually, take the Devo for discard. We have another one. I'm just gonna do this. We do play TM Evo, don't we? All right. Yeah, we'll do this. Drop all that. We don't even have the research. The research is prized as well. Oh my god. Let's get the board. Supporter. Another Arvin? Yeah, I think we do get another Arvin. I think I dropped that. I think I Artisan for the Budu. I think I do Artisan for the Budu because I don't have an energy for this turn. It's really the only thing I can do. So I'm going to board this. Retreat. Budu. Charm the Snorunt so he can't kill it right now. That's all I got for this turn. That's all I got. Yeah, I like Ginge too. He's a good guy. We're on the same drop has team, so like we're on a competitive team that's trying to make worlds together. and he's been a great coach. I feel like in the last like 3 or 4 weeks, I've become a much better player just by being under his guidance. Understand better about how to plan multiple turns ahead because like I am very much a meme deck player, but he's taught me how I should be thinking about it. Oh yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I have never been to a regional to be honest. I've done some locals. I've done a little bit of competitive play, but really nothing worth mentioning. But I want to give it a serious shot. Okay, so now I get Nest Ball, Lily's Clefairy, Crispin. We hit both of these. Let's put the let's put the dark. All right, so we have the psychic. Do we know what we're hitting for? Let's see. So it's 40 damage per Pokemon in play, right? Oh, for each benched Pokemon. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 200, 240, 280. We're gonna miss the KO. That's no way. Okay, we are gonna miss the KO. That feels terrible. I'm gonna start loading that one up. Let's hope that we can get the confuse on this one. Yeah, it's good to have like you can bounce ideas, you can practice against them, because a lot of times I find myself practicing against AI, and that feels bad. It's so bad to practice against AI. All right, what's he got? What's he got? Is he gonna go for the attack? Boss's orders, the Clefairy, recon directive. Puts down the Blood Moon already. He didn't get it. Let's go. Nice. Okay. So I think what I do now is I just Arvin. Definitely want the counter gain. What else can I grab right now? I think I would like the Ultra Ball, but I think what I grab is the counter catcher. No, I don't grab the counter catcher. I think we'll take an Ultra Ball for next turn. Go ahead and counter gain that one. Slap a Dark Energy right here. We can Adrena Brain some more. Hit that right there. 400 damage. Love to see it. He's got the Neo Upper on this one, so he's going to be able to hit me out pretty hard. Got an 11 card hand, too.
Okay. Streaming at this hour? Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting ready for locals. So I'm trying to practice a little. He's going to hit out one of my Uxies. Fair enough. That's a 3-prize turn right there. God, I hate Dragapult. Okay. We definitely promote the float. That much is certain. We did get our Frostlass. We like that. I think we do have a play to make. We might have a play. I'm gonna Artisan. We have a play we can make, but I'm not gonna make it yet. Because what I could do is I could set up the Mimikyu, but without an Ice Stretcher, without the Lily's Clefairy, I don't think I can really do it yet. Okay. I got it. Here, let's set that up. Let's put that on the bench right now. We only really have that. We can do that. And then we just confuse, don't we? We keep the Crispin because we can use the Crispin to quick charge our Mimikyu. So I think for now, we just Mind Bend. Get him to 260. Yeah, start hurting his guys in the back. There's a play we can make. It's not over. If he flips tails here, we gotta play. Is Maractus the new meta? The Maractus was the meta since it was released. As long as people are not playing enough Switch, absolutely Maractus is the meta. Okay, so now it's down to a matter of if he flips heads, he wins. He does not flip heads. We are still alive. Okay. Let's do it then. Mimikyu. Crispin. We got it. It's over. We hit this. Do a little gemstone mimicry. We're gonna do phantom dive. We're gonna do 10 right there. Boom. 200 of the active. That gets knocked. Hawlucha gets knocked. And then the Frostlass kills the monkey. GG Dragapult. Let's go. I'm so glad I got that on stream. That's going to become a short. You'll see that very shortly here. You see what I mean? See what I mean? Like, Ginge's teaching has made me a better player. I feel like I built Uxie 3.0 so much better now because of Ginge's guidance. So I definitely credit him for a lot of this. My deck building's improved. My gameplay has improved. Overall, in the last month, I feel like I'm a lot better now. I'm pretty content with it. So I am going to, let's see. Oh, I was working on that Whale Lord list also. If y'all remember that email that I got an email from a subscriber here. I can show you real quick. It's actually a really funny one. Where is that? Here we go. I got an email. Javier Carmona says, Good afternoon, Chef Husky. I'm sorry for bothering you. I was wondering if I could get your expert opinion on a deck that's been consuming my life recently. Here's a pick with my take on it. Right, so he sends me this list. He sends me Whale Lord. He's got Hunt Tail to basically recycle energy. Baxcalibur to accelerate that energy to the new Whale Lord. All that, right? Pretty basic list. You know, the loop is very, very self-explanatory. But in case you don't understand the loop, he actually draws a picture of it. Basically, the idea is you use Whale Lord's big beefy stats to power through your opponent. If set up correctly, you are almost unstoppable. When your Whale Lord faints, Huntail retrieves your energy, and Baxcalibur lets you place it all on the next Whale Lord immediately. Fun. See, so the loop is, where can we start? We'll do this. Whale Lord, knocked out. Returns energy to hand. 4 energy. 4 energy to the next. Baxcalibur powers up the next. And then this one's got a thirst for revenge, can knock out the next thing. And then basically the cycle keeps looping from there. I understand Huntail is meant to be played with Gorbis, but why do that boring thing when you can play with Whale Lord instead? It may seem like a big drawback to add another Pokemon line, but Whale Lord's raw health and power means they can't ignore it in the same way they could a Gorbis. Right? Gorbis, weak, boring. Whale Lord, strong, cool, big beefy arms. I like it. I like the way he drew it. It's so funny. I have been testing it quite a bit in ladder and performed surprisingly well. Out of 30 games, I won 18. It needs a bunch of pieces to get started. 1 Whale Lord, 1 Huntail, 1 Baxcalibur, 4 energy, and it doesn't have a good drawing engine, so I'm using Pheasantipity and Cleffa. Ideal start is Whelmer in the active and an energy and an Arvin in hand for Poffin. Evo to set up Huntail and Frigibax next turn. You Arvin and Research Iono, Whale Lord, the backs and 3 energy. Ideally, you're set up on your second turn. May seem like a lot, but if you have stuff like Arvin, Ultra Ball, Earthen Vessel to find your pieces, and if you're not fast enough, they open you for a reversal energy play. In previous versions, I was using Precious Trolley, and I'll also tried with Secret Box. But with 4 Arvin, 3 Puffins, 2 Ultra Ball, 1 Nest Ball, and 2 TM Evo, it was already consistent enough to where I was barely using Secret Box. In the end, I chose Neutralization Zone because I had a bad matchup with Dragapult, with End Zoroark, and with Marnie's Grimmsnarl. And I don't think I have a bench space for Rabska, but I could see myself going back to Trolley or going for Hero's Cape for the Ethan's Typhlosion matchup. Yes, I decided to go with the 60 HP for G-Bax. I don't like starting with anything else other than Whelmer with TM Evo or Cleffa. But if forced to start with Frigibax or Fez, I can Arvin for Poffin and Rescue Board to retreat to Cleffa. When I use the 70 HP Frigibax, I tend to get stuck in the active with its fat to retreat cost, making my matchups consistently worse, just to minimally affect my Dragapult matchup. If Dragapult is active, my Frigibax is still unevolved in my hand. It was already biblically levels of fucked. Once Black Bolt White Flare comes out, I will change it to the Balloon and use the 70 HP one. So, Frigibax on a skateboard is what sold me on this deck. He's a cool guy. He's fast, and he got a skateboard. He's cool. He got the shades on and everything. So, main issue with the deck is that that could trip you in mid to late game is having a large opponent target Baxcalibur, as is the only way you can attack turn after turn. That's why I have one of the counter gain. Counter gain plus reversal energy can let you revenge attack with Whale Lord for 160 and gain 1 turn to build your second backs. As for changes to the deck, Whale Lord can usually power through any active Pokemon. It's already a little low, but I could see myself removing 1 Boss's Order for 1 Cheeky Gorbis as another way to patch the mid-game alongside Counter Gain Reversal. But this deck is a Whale Lord deck. I must remain strong. Anyway, it would be an honor to get your take on this deck, as one of my favorite decks of yours is the Chandelure one. I'm already trying to cook with a version of it with a Plume Fossil and Archeops from Black Bolt White Flare to give 1 extra card to the opponent by de-evolving their Pokemon and making them weaker in the process. All right. So, Yeah, this art is why I wanted to make it. This Frigibags. So what I did with it, and you'll see it here. I've been messing with it a little bit. I changed it a little, right? I dropped the Huntail line to a 1/1 because I feel like Heavy Baton does most of the work that Huntail does, right? Huntail does more, obviously, but with Heavy Baton, you can just move that 3 energy that you lose from the Wailord to something else, because it does have full retreat cost. So I wanted to keep as much of the loop as possible. So I did keep the Huntail. I did keep the Frigibags, right? Because the artwork, I can't not do that. But hear me out here. Hear me out, right? What's better than Frigibags on a skateboard? Magearna on a skateboard. And let me tell you why. Because its auto heal ability says as long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, when you attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, heal 90 damage from that Pokemon. And Baxcalibur attaches from the hand. So let's say our Wailord takes a big hit. I have Luxurious Escape, by the way. So Luxurious Escape, he has 340 HP. Let's say we take a huge hit. Let's say we take 320 HP, right? Let's say something hits us really big, 320, doesn't knock us out. We promote the Magearna. We switch into the Magearna. I play 3 switches now. We can attach multiple energies from hand to the Wailord. Heal 90 damage every time we do that. We can basically insta-heal it if we can get multiple energies on it. And Spike Draw is kind of nice. 20 damage, 2 cards. Like it. I like it. So that's the new loop. That's the idea. I changed it over to Precious Trolley so we can get everything set up on turn 1. We kept the Arvin count at 4. I changed one Iona to 1 research. Put 2 Luxurious Capes. So that's the idea now. I'm still working on it. This is going to be my Monday or Tuesday video. I still want to play with it a little bit more. But this is what I'm hoping to achieve with this. But let me know. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you feel like you can work with it. I'll put the export in my Discord. I'll go ahead and send that through right now. So if you want to work with it, if you want to mess with it a little bit, let's work with it. Oh, you're out, Ben? All right. I'll see you. Have a good day. Yeah, if you can get the consistency to a good enough place, I'll give you some co-author credit. But yeah, that's what I'm working with right now. I am going to, let's see, where am I at? Let me just see what time it is. 10:03. Just woke up and did what now? That's disgusting. Yeah, so let's do one more Uxie match. And then I do want to start getting ready for locals. Let's get us above 1,500. Let's do that. Also going to make a Maractus deck, and it's toss it between Lilligant and Skeledirge. The thing about Maractus, though, that I'll say, is with an ability like attack like Corner, you want it to be low damage. You don't want to be bumping that damage, because it kind of defeats the purpose of trapping something if you're just gonna knock it out anyway. Something like Budu, you probably do want to bump the damage on that. Just because, like, here we go. Yeah, something like Budu, item lock, you could reasonably bump that damage up, but Corner, you want to keep the damage low. Now, if you want to lean more into the Exploding Needles part of it, throw on like a Spike Energy, throw on like a Vengeful Punch, or even a Deluxe Bomb or something like that. That's a play. That's a play. I think what, with Deluxe Bomb and a Spike Energy, it does like 200 damage back to its attacker. It's ridiculous. I love it. All right, so Lily's Clefairy is in the active. I think. Okay. We're gonna assume that he doesn't have a rare candy. Actually, he doesn't have a way to attack, unless he has like a rare candy sparkling crystal build, which I doubt. Do I have a Buddy Buddy in hand? I don't. I think what we really want to do right now is just sell out for the Crispin play next turn. Let's do that. Yeah, let's charm this so it doesn't die. Secret box, tool, something we can discard. I'm gonna go for the counter gain. Discard the counter gain. Let's drop this, and this. We're not gonna be behind. Not gonna need it. Not gonna need it. All right, so first things first, the stadium is going to be Artisan. Don't really care about that. We'll grab us a board. We'll grab us a Crispin for next turn. And then the item can be Nest Ball for a monkey. What else do we need? No, let's get Buddy Buddy. Okay, we'll do all that. Buddy Buddy, get us a Snorunt. Get us a second Snorunt? No. Uxie. We'll attach that. Why not? And then end turn. Cacnea and Cacturn could be crazy. Yeah. Those are both pretty funny to use. There's a bunch of good hit back cards. I love me a good hit back deck. My first deck that I ever played when I started playing Pokemon TCG online, before it was even live, was Galarian Stunfisk V, which was a hit back card that got 20 more HP for every metal energy it had attached. So it could be pretty beefy, and it could be a very strong hit back attacker. I loved it. It was really good. And then we got a replacement for it, kind of, in Lycanroc EX, but it was an evolution card. It wasn't the same for me. And then we had Iron Boulder, which I like Iron Boulder. But we're in a meta that plays too much boss, so it's not as good as I like it to be. But Maractus is perfection. I have seen more overtimes in this game than I'd like to admit. A lot of people don't even know what overtime looks like in this game. But for those who are unaware... Okay, so we got what? We actually have enough to be able to knock out a Dragapult. Oh yeah, that's true. Mousehold EX is a hit back attacker. Losing double turbo hurt that one a lot, though. Also, Rocket's Watchtower really hurts Mousehold. Okay, let's put that. Let's go ahead and Crispin. The Dark Energy in hand. Let's slap the Psychic there. Slap the dark here. Rescue board. Frostless. And then we're going to hit for 320. Area 0 Mousehold EX with Giovanni Rismus. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's, let me think about it. Area 0 is good for Mousehold because of the way it can cheese more than 4 onto the board at once. Let me see. Crispin's good. Yeah, there are multiple ways of getting different kinds of energy on the board, which is nice. Yeah, Mousehold I think is still in a decent spot right now. But the Watchtower feels bad. New Lycanroc with Poppy. I don't even remember what Poppy does. I know I've seen it. I remember thinking that could be useful in a very specific scenario. Poppy Pokemon TCG is move up to 2 energy from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. Could work. That could work. Spike energy for days. Oh, he's got the crystal. He's gonna pop the Dusknoir or the Dusclops. My Clefairy is not long for this world. Okay, but it did cost him a prize to do that, so that's good. That's good. We like that. So now all we really need to do is sell out for a Night Stretcher. We did already lose the counter gain, which I don't like. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, so he takes 3 prizes this turn. Not a huge deal. I definitely don't like that. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We just gotta hold. We just gotta hold. It's alright. Shaman's not going to be helpful to me here. So let's go ahead and drop these 2. I could start a Mimikyu. But we already attached the Bravery Charm to our Clefairy. I don't feel like it matters. I don't feel like it matters at this point. I think the thing that I do pull is a Frostlass because I'm not going to set up another one at this point. Oh, we could... screw it. Let's just do a Monkey. We'll just do a Monkey. Why not? Throw him down. I can throw a Devo on this. Push comes shove. I'm just going to put it in the active. Devo everything. Just buy myself some time. All right, so we do have a play here. We don't have the Night Stretcher. That feels bad.
Nothing. I don't want anything from there. So the play at this point, I think we just confuse. I think that's what we do. We'll confuse, and then we can put down the Maractus next turn. Actually, let's put down Maractus now, so we can counter gain if we need to. Not counter gain, sorry. Counter catcher. Alright, Recon Directed. God, Dragapults always have such huge hands nowadays. Unfair stamp. I get it. I get it. When people say they swear by unfair stamp, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of the people who swear by unfair stamp, but the people who do, they got a point. They're not wrong. Oh, yep. Yeah, that's actually GG. He takes out my active and my Uxie this turn. Yep, I'm not gonna sit around and watch that happen. Ugh, Dragapult players are so boring. You want me to here? I'll end the stream. I'll end the stream on a high note. You wanna see something? Be aware there is some language in this, but I'm gonna play this for y'all. Made a Dragapult hate video. Has not released on the channel yet, but it's 3 minutes of me just hating on Dragapult, and it's deserved. I think I'm in the right here. But let me know. Let's see, where are we at? Is it this? Yeah. Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet is okay. I like Vengeful Punch more than Rocky Helmet for basic Pokemon like that, like low HP. Unless it's for something like Budu. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. The extended edition. No, this is the full edition. This is like as much as YouTube would let me post. 3 minutes of me bashing on Dragapult. Let me see. Does it even? No, hang on. There's no audio. Let me fix it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm getting ready to sign off for locals, but I will end on this note. Media player. Okay. Hey, welcome to Hater's Guide to... Whoa, how long do I have? 3 minutes? Cool. Dragapult EX. You knew this was coming. The absolute worst thing to happen to the Pokemon TCG meta since ADP. Able to do 200 to the active and then 60 more however they want. But 99 times out of 100 used to bring a Pokemon down to 200 HP or just knock out anything that has 60 HP or less. Canonically firing its babies out of its stupid fucking head to kill your babies.
This fucking thing single-handedly makes at least 80% of decks completely useless because of the way it gatekeeps 60 HP Pokemon from the meta. So if your deck doesn't have a 70 HP basic in it, throw it out. It's worthless. Shaman was added to the meta to prevent bench damage, but because of a dumbass technicality in quote placing damage counters, it doesn't block this. And if you say the word Rabsca to me, I swear to God I will ban you so fucking fast that... Nah, bench barriers are not really helpful most of the time because of its best buddy and fellow abuser of children, Dusknoir, who hates what it's become so much that it kills itself in order to place 13 damage counters on whatever it wants, which can one-shot a Rabsca mid-turn so that Pole can keep abusing your 60 HPs. Useless. Bring this shit up to me again when we're fucking fighting. And Dusknoir isn't the only one. Dragapult is like the 2021 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where everyone you hate decided to jump on the same team. On the one hand, at least we consolidated all that hate into one place, which makes it pretty convenient to hate them. On the other hand, how the fuck did you manage to make me hate this team even more? Who dat, by the way? Let's not forget, there were many different eras of Dragapult, which used Iron Thorns, Maractus, Dusknoir, Goldengo, Ethan's Typhlosion, Charizard, among many, many others. Any way they could find to make themselves even more annoying, they used it. Everyone even came to hate one of my favorite decks, Regidrago, because of Dragapult. It went from being the most fun rogue deck to being BDIF overnight because it was now the easiest way to pull off Phantom Dive. But it was made to slow down Dragapult, where they could just grab a turn 2 rare candy Sparkling Crystal and be slapping you around early. But then they adopted Budu into that deck and decided to do it to you instead. But luckily Budu did kind of do its job and we don't really see the Candy Crystal builds anymore. Now instead we see them go the slower route, using another absolutely busted stage 1 Intra Cloak, who is able to draw 2 cards, keep one, and then not even discard the other, but put it back at the bottom of the deck. So now we're seeing these fuckers in decks that have nothing to do with Dragapult because of how good of a draw engine it has. Ugh, fuck this deck and everyone who plays it. Like, honestly, y'all are the same people who played Marth in Super Smash Bros. Because he was statistically the best. The same people who run all legendary teams in VGC. The same people who see yourself in Sung Jin Woo because you love the power fantasy of being overpowered, and you know it too. If I see you pull up to locals and you whip out this deck, I'm just gonna assume there's nothing interesting about you because half this game is about deck building, and you just decided, fuck all that, I'm just gonna run the strongest thing. You're about as original as the Fast and the Furious 10. If they started journey together, Dragapult had a 35% meta share. Do you understand what that means? More than 1 in every 3 people are running this deck. You jump into any TCG and run into the same deck every 1 in 3 games, I would call that game trash. It was so bad that they came out with Lili's Clefairy as a hard counter to Dragapult, and now Guardy is winning every single tournament ever since it came out. Does that make Guardy BDIF? No, it just beats the BDIF, and that's how it wins tournaments. Because all you unoriginal fucks out there run the same fucking 60 cards, so it only makes sense to run Gardevoir if I'm statistically likely to encounter 1 every 3 games. NAIC put up this adorable little graphic showing the meta share of Dragapult dropped to 6.7, and Poltzard was at 6.5. But if you combine the two as a general Dragapult box, that's already second place. And this graphic doesn't even show pure Dragapult, doesn't show Denglepult, doesn't show Pult with Ho-Oh, and doesn't show the 14 other variations of bullshit people decided Dragapult would go great into. Like and subscribe for part 2 because I'm not done with you yet. Alright, chat, what do we think about that? Too much? Not enough? Oh, what's up, Munchie Bro? Welcome. I was actually about to sign off. That was actually before the last thing I did before I signed off. But I'm glad you like it. That's going up at some point this week. I had to cut it. It was like 3 minutes and like 15 seconds or something like that, and I had to cut a little bit of it because shorts can only be 3 minutes long. So if there's enough traction on it, if enough people like it, I will make a part 2. We need a whole hour of that. I could probably go for a whole hour. Honestly, I feel like Dragapult is such a problem for this game that I'm not usually on the side of banning cards, but I will hear it out. I will hear out the decision on Dragapult because we can't have a meta like that where 60 HP Pokemon are just useless. That takes so many cards out of the meta. That takes so many decks out of the meta. It's not a good thing. Like, it's not good for the health of the game. But that's my opinion about Dragapult. Yeah, I will. It'll probably not go up until like Friday. Maybe Thursday. I'm not sure. It'll go up at some point this week. Just keep posted. Here, I'll share you the playlist. There's a playlist where these are going to be housed. Let me take a look here. Haters guides. Yeah. There it is. View full playlist. How do I get to studio from here? View my channel. There we go. Okay. So this is the playlist where the haters guides are being housed. And it's going to go up there. I'm also cross-posting them over to Ginge's channel, the Battle VIPs. Let me share that one as well. So this is the channel. This is the channel where I'm posting. I'm posting a lot of content over there. This is our shared channel with Ginge and the rest of the squad, and I'll be posting those over there in a different order. So you might see the Dragapult go up there first, because I want to give more attention over to that channel. Please go sub to that channel as well, because I'm trying to help us out. This is our team channel where I'm going to be posting. Mega Blitz will be posting. Ginge will be posting. Totodile Gang might also be posting there. Bluestone, bunch of content creators working together to make this channel work. So if you haven't already, go sub to that one as well. But that'll be it for me today. I am going to sign off, finish building this Uxie deck, and take it to locals and see how we do over there. But that's all I got, guys. I'll catch you all later.